Good afternoon and welcome from Wakefield Bowlarama in Wakefield, Massachusetts. This is Dan Castle and I'm here for the first round of playoffs for the Class D South Division. Number 2 seed Ray McAllister is facing number 7 seed Nate Wheeler. And this will be the winner of this will advance to the next round of playoffs over whoever comes out of the other set of playoffs. So with no further ado, gentlemen, shake hands and let's have a good bowling match here. All right, our visiting bowler, Nate Wheeler, is going to start us off. He ended up 7th in the D South Division, And we're going to start off. I'll be keeping score here as we go along. They'll be keeping an official score. Nate starts off on the 3-pin with his first ball of this match and leaves a 1-2-7-8, it looks like. He's got wood behind the 2-pin. It looks pretty favorable. He can catch that head pin and goes by it. And I'm just making some notes here. So our format today, a little different than what you've seen in the regular season games. It's still a 5-game match. We're going to bowl 5 boxes at a time. Starting on lane 6 here and then moving to lane 5. Nate will bowl his 5 and then Ray will come up on lane 6 and then we'll switch and do it again. Do this through 5 games. There's no points awarded in the playoff rounds. Everything is totals. So total pinfall. You don't know until the end who's going to be the winner, even if somebody has a good lead. Nate hit the head pin that time. And he's looking at the 3-5, 9-10, wood in there, and everything but the 5-pin. A great hit, but it just didn't go for him. So looking for your comments. Like to hear from people when we're doing this. And if you don't catch us live, it'll be recorded and you'll get to see it on a recording. So Nate's looking at just the 5-pin. He's been waiting for that wood to settle down. And well, it's settled down, but it's not great. It's facing him right in front of that 5-pin. He's going to have to cap it. And he did, but it still went around for a 9-box, 15 through 2 boxes. Okay, I can see that we're looking good on Facebook right now. As anybody who's watched one of my shows knows, I don't have the ability to do my own sound check here, so anybody watching, if you could tell me how we sound, I appreciate it. Nate, in the pocket. Beautiful 1-3 pocket shot. He's rewarded with a 4-10 split. Going for the 4 and just gets the 4, a little full. Had to hit it on either side, try to take it off the wall or kick it over. And Nate closes with another 9-box. He's at 24 through 3. All right, did my own sound check. I guess it sounds not too bad. Sounds good on my phone. All right, coming into box 4, Nate's still looking for a mark. He's at 24 through 3. And that was almost a half Worcester. He came in on a 3-pin. And he's got a bit of a mess down there. It's a half Worcester minus 5 and a 7. And goes for the bunny hole. Nothing to catch there. Trying to clean this up, get out of this, and hope to put up a good one on the 5th. And that's just a 6-box. So Nate with a slow start. He's at 30 through 4. Nate's come up a long ways. I've bowled against Nate before. It's pretty good. There's a head pin hit for Nate. And a spare leave with a 5 and the 9 and some guiding wood there. Good opportunity. And Nate goes wide to the right, leaving the door open for Ray to have a good half. Try to get a 10 out of this. And he gets it. So it was there, and Nate sits down with 40 through 5 with 2 head pin hits and 1 split. Ray McAllister coming up. Both these bowlers are very familiar to me. I bowl against Ray in a Friday night league in Millis. Nate bowls in a once-a-month league in Millis. I see him a lot on Wednesday nights too. And Ray starts off his match with a lemon drop on the right, just the 6-pin. Nice correction. Put it on a 1-2 pocket and left the 5 and the 9. Just 2 to shoot at for a 10. And he gets a 9. So an early lead in this game for Ray, just 1 box in. Ray coming in box 2. And that time he puts it on the head pin. Tiny bit full, but not bad. He's left with a check mark left. 2, 4, 5, and 7 pin. Some wood in the middle of that mix. It's makeable spare. And he just misses the object, but he takes down everything but the 7. A little late action there. So I'm working solo today. Often have a partner with me, but that's okay. I can do color and calls. Ray waiting for the wood to settle down to shoot for the single pin. And here we go. Just catches it. Kept it out of the channel. That's a 10 box. 19 through 2, so Ray's got an early 4-pin lead. That's on the head pin as well. Leaves him a split. 3, 4, 6, 10. Be pretty if this one goes. Gotta catch it. A little full on the object, but he made a great bid at it. Everything but the 4 pin is gone now. So just another single to shoot at. And he's all over it. So another 10 box. Raise it 29 through 3. Up 5 pins and completed boxes from Nate. Good ball, just caught a bit of the head pin on the left side. And Ray's left with a 3, 5, 7, 10 split. Some wood in there could make this real interesting. Catches the object and gets all of them. Beautiful shot by Ray. First spare of our match today. Ray's up to 39 plus the first ball in this box. That was a tough one, and he made it just a textbook version of that shot. Ray on a fill. Right hand pocket for a little full on the head pin, and 8 in a fill. 47 through 4. And he's left with another spare leave. Tricky wood, 5 and 8. And he's trying to play the cap a little bit, I think, and went by it, so he'll be open in box 5. And the wood didn't do him any good anyway. So an 8 box for Ray, and he closes out the first half of game 1 with a 55. He's got an early 15-pin lead over Nate Wheeler. All right, Nate's coming up to start the second half of game 1. He's over in lane 5 here at Wakefield Bowlarama. Working from behind at the moment. A couple of marks will fix that. First ball in the 6 box. He's in the pocket. Strike ball, but drops 9. I've seen Nate bowl a lot. When he gets on, he can be powerful. And, oh, I thought he had that. Nope, open box in box 5, or 6. Just missed a single. I don't think you could have put a piece of paper between the ball and the pin. And he went corrected a little bit too much, so he ends up with a 9 box, 49 through 6. And I'm going to look up some stats here while we're doing this. So if I'm quiet for a minute. Ray's solid on the head pin, a little full, and gets a split. Broke up the spread eagle. That was a good thing. He's got the 3, 4, 6, 10. Some wood over there that may be very helpful. He's going to try to catch you outside of it. Nah, it just gets a 6 pin. So no mark for Ray yet. Still looking for that first mark for him. And he gets the 10 pin for an 8 box. And Ray's at 57 through 7. He's got some catching up to do here. Going into box 8 now. Ray's at 57 after 7 boxes. And his first ball is off to the left. Just takes out the 4 pin. I'm just looking up stats here. I'm still here, guys. That time he came in on the 6. He's got a big bunch in the middle to take out. And oh boy, a disappointing 5 box. Left the 1, 5, 7, 8, 9. 62 through 8. All right, Ray needs to mark out here. Still looking for that first mark in this. There's a good ball in the pocket. 9 go down, and just a 7. There's wood around it. This is a great spare opportunity for Nate. He's going to play the wood, and it doesn't work. It looked like it was lined up, but it just didn't go. So an open box in the 9th. And a 9 box. So Ray's at 71 through 9. Remember, we're not awarding any points. Doesn't matter who wins each game. All that matters is who's got the most pins at the end of the 5 games that we're going to play here. So Nate's starting from behind. He's coming into the 10th box. Misses a head pin. Has a 1, 6, 8, 10. It's got to be a good one for a spare here, and no spare this time. So he'll be open for 10. And he catches one more for an 8 box, and Ray closes his first game with a 79. All right. Ray's got an open door right now for the first game. And he comes up. He's at 55 at the first half. Starting box 6. Ball hooked in but didn't catch a head pin. He's left with a Caleri on the right side. That's a 1, 3, 6, 8, 10. Just catches the 8 pin. And 7 box. So Ray is at 62 in completed boxes through box 6. Puts him 13 ahead of Nate. And another Caleri. Same thing. It's another shot at it. This time he catches it. No, it just misses a head pin. I thought he had it. All right, in our quarterfinal playoffs here, the winner of this will go to the next round, and we reseed every round here, so I don't know who we'd be up against. It all depends on the seeding. So it could be Patrick Holland or Karen Riscatelli. 8 box for Ray, 70 through 7. who else is in the playoffs? There's quite a number of people in the playoffs, so no way I can tell you what it looks like, whoever wins this. Ray is just off the pocket this time, a 4 horsemen left, 1, 2, 4, 7. But we'll look at the season results for these guys. Ray just misses a spare bid, leaves a 7-pin. And that's a 9 box. Well, he's won the first game, 79 right now, through 8 and 2 boxes to go. Next pin wins the game, actually. But we don't care about points. So Nate Wheeler, for the season, had a 141 and 111 point results and averaged 103.43. Going down to see the rest of this. See if I can get over there. Went to North. Ray leaves the head pin. All right, Ray McAllister was first in Conference 3 of D South with a 141 and 111 point total, same as Nate. They had the same results. Puts Ray at 88 through 9. Ray had a 98.98 average for the season. But he won his conference. I gave him this number 2 seed, all by points, not by average. All right, coming into box 10, Ray misses the head pin. Had the Caleri, still has a Caleri. All right, this is the 3rd time we've seen this leave. Ray catches it. First, gets a spare. He just missed the head pin, but the wood caught it and moved enough over to take out that 8 pin. So a spare in the 10th puts Ray at 98 plus a ball. And so his bonus ball will be now. In the pocket, and 7. 105. First game's in the books, 105 to 79 in favor of Ray McAllister. But it's all about total, remember, we're in the playoffs. So the bowlers are going to compile for a minute. And so the way the playoffs work, there were 16 bowlers in each North and the South divisions, and broken into 4 conferences with 4 bowlers each. The winner of each conference gets a spot in the playoffs, and there were 2 wild card spots as well, or 4 wild card spots, I'm sorry. Nate Wheeler starts game 2 with a head pin hit and the dreaded spread eagle. This is a tough one. It only goes less than 2% of the time for the A bowlers. Ray catches the inside and takes out the 3 and the 10. So open box, which is pretty much most of the time when you get a spread eagle. Just try to pin out of it, and he starts with the 6 again. He's got to get those pins. He's got some work to do here because Ray has a 26 pin advantage after game 1. Either of these bowlers can open it up big and throw big games, so an early lead is not safe by any means. But it is an advantage, no doubt. Nate, box 2. Just misses a head pin. 4 horsemen left, 1, 2, 4, 7. And still looking for comments from our viewers. Okay, Nate just took out the 2 pin on his spare attempt and nothing on the 10 attempt, so a 7 box. He decided to go for broke and try to get all of it, and paid the price of that gamble, 13 through 2. All right, box 3, that's in the pocket. Hammer ball, but the 8 pin somehow survived. So a 9 drop, and a good opportunity for Nate to get his first spare here. And there it is. It's broken the ice. Nate with his first spare of the match, and sometimes that's all it takes to get going. Get that first one out of the way, and then you can make things happen. Let's see if Nate can do that. He's on the fill now, into box 4. Just off the head pin, a hit on the 3 pin gives him 4 in the fill for 27 through 3. He's looking at a 4 horseman plus the 5-9. In there. Oh, just a bit too full. Still some late action, but not enough to take out everything. So 3 left. Open 10 open box in the 4th. But he's got a good chance for a 10 if he can pick up this triangle. And he gets 1 out of 3 for an 8 box. 35 through 4. All right, Nate's got some work to do here, but he's 5 pins ahead of where he was in the last string. Needs a mark here to get over 50 at the half. All right, first ball in the 5th. He's on the pocket, and would you believe that? That was a great ball. Came into the left pocket. And you got a mess down there. He's got just took out 3 pins. That's the right place, and just a punch out. No luck at all. 2 good balls in that. Yeah, we see that in Miller's too. All right, and then 6 box for Nate. Just took out the center, and he's at 41 at the halfway point of game 2. Very disappointing 5th box, as he did throw a decent ball. I know he'd probably prefer to be in the 1-3 pocket, but the 1-2 works a lot of times. That time it worked against him. So here comes Ray McAllister starting game 2 for him, and his first ball. It's just out of the head pin range, and he drops 5 and leaves a 4 horseman plus the 8. Catches it for a spare in the first. Nice shot by Ray McAllister. He's coming on strong here. Oh, and a strike on spare. Ray means business today. That's a 20 to start with. Now I see the viewers. See Kevin Brown, Cheryl Nealon, Kevin Brown again, Mark Milliken Michaels. Good to see all of you. Ray on another fill. He's looking for a double, hit the head pin. 7 in the first ball, and a 2-4-6 split. Catches just a 2 pin. That puts 8 in the strike. 38 through 2. And he's got 2 pins to shoot at. He's going to go to the right and catches just the wood for an 8 box. 46 through 3. Now he's already ahead of where Nate closed the half at. And everything else here is just extra. So Nate's going to have a good second half in this string. First ball in box 4. Just off the head pin, but gets a break. Head pin went. I'll call it a head pin because the head pin fell, but it didn't get contacted by a ball. And he's got the 7 pin and 3 pieces of wood around it. I'm thinking shoot straight at the pin in this one. I don't think that right wood is going to work for him at all. That's what he's doing, and oh, he comes off the wall to take it for the spare. Just like he planned it all along. All right, so Ray's at 56 and a ball in the first 4 boxes of game 2, and this is a fill. Just misses a head pin. Caleri right. He had that 3 times in the last game. 5 in a fill. Puts him at 61 through 4. He's got a great half going here. You're going to spare attempt on that. He's in there. Just misses a head pin. So it'll be an open box in the 5th, but he's at 70 right now. And why not make a 71? So Ray closes the 5th box in game 2 with a 71.5. Nate's at 41. That's 30 pins. Nate's got some work to do here. He lost the first one by 28. So that puts a game and a half in. McAllister has a pretty significant lead here. Nate needs to throw a couple of big halves, starting with this one. So the second half of game 2, starting on lane 5, Nate Wheeler. And his ball hooked a little more than he wanted. Came in on a 2-pin. Just took out 3. Got a 4 horseman plus a triangle. This is makeable with some good pin action. Just off. Okay, only cleared out the wood, took out a pin in the back. All right, ball still on the deck. Just going to shoot it anyway. The ball's in the channel. It's not going to affect the play. All right, and Nate wide to the left on that one. So having some ball control issues right now. And that's just a 4 box. 45 through 6. That's more like it. But a little full. But he got the head pin. And that's a split. Spread eagle minus the 2-pin. 3 and 2. He's going to the 3 side. Picks off the back 2. Still has the 3, 4, 7 to shoot at, and probably going to take a 9 here if he can get that. That's where he's going, and he gets an 8. Not getting any breaks here at all. 53 through 7. All right, 3 boxes to go. And honestly, he hasn't caught Ray's first half yet, so he's got work to do here. Really needs to get 2 or 3 marks. All right, just off the head pin on a 2 again, and the 4 horsemen plus the 5 and 9. Hey, Dan Esdale, Dave Peterson. Dave, I wish you were here. All right, on a spare attempt, he's in there. Oh, gets everything but the 5 to go. Great effort on Nate's part. That was right where he wanted to hit it, but the 5 just didn't get touched by anything. So he's got a single pin to shoot at for a 10 and goes wide to the left for a 9. 62 through 8. Now he's right exactly where he was in the first game. First game, Ray took 105 to 79, and we're in the second game. All that we care about is total here, not points. Doesn't matter who wins each game. It matters who's got the most pins at the end of 5. Nate Wheeler in box 10. He's in a strike pocket. Should have had a strike there, I think, but he's left with a 5 and 9. I think if he touches the 5, he's got a spare. This is box 9 of game 2. And he gets it. Spare in the 9th from Nate. A little bit light. I was afraid he'd miss it, but he didn't. 72 and a ball through 9 boxes in game 2 for Nate Wheeler. Hey, JJ. All right, he's on a fill on this one going into the 10th box. Has a pretty big deficit to fight here, so fill is important. Puts it in a 1-3 pocket, and would you believe that? Nice hit and only 5, and he's got a split. 77 through 9. Got a diamond on the left and a 10-pin over on the right, and gets all but the 2 and the 10. So open box in the 10th, and he's going to be under 90 on this one. And a 9 box, and that's in the books. Nate Wheeler closes game 2 with an 86. And a total of 165 for 2 strings. All right, Ray McAllister is going to come up and bowl out the second half of game 2. And at the moment, after first 5 boxes, Ray is at 71 by my count. Now keep in mind, I'm keeping a score back here. These guys are keeping their own score. This is a paper scoring house. My score is not official. So if I make a mistake, their score is what really counts. But I don't think I'm making any mistakes so far. You never know. All right, McAllister, first ball in box 6. Goes wide, crosses in front of the head pin to the right, and takes out just 4. He has a 1, 2, 4, 7, 5, and 9, or an 8. All right, everything but the head pin's gone now. It doesn't matter. But still an open box in box 6 for Ray. And that's a 9. So Ray's at 80. 80 through 6. Nothing wrong with that. As you recall, Nate closed the string at 86. So the next ball could win this string. And just 1 pin shy of doing that. So this is I want to say 5th time Ray's had the Cagliari. Might be the 4th. And not quite. What a bid. So he'll be open in box 7. He's already gone ahead in this string. And he just has an 8 pin with wood in front of it. And that's gone for a 90 through 7. A 10 box. So 7 boxes in to game 2. It's 90 to 53 in completed boxes. Nate Wheeler closed with an 86. McAllister is on the pocket, or on the head pin, not in the pocket, and is rewarded with a spread eagle minus a 7. 3 and 2. He's going on the 2 side, try to take it off the wall, and it does not come back. So that was a good idea. And he'll take an 8. 98 through 8. 2 boxes to go in game 2. All about total, and Ray's building up a big cushion here. All right, box 9. On the 3 pin, or on the 2 pin again, I'm sorry. And he's left with the 1, 3, 6, and 8. Wood in between, not at a great angle. But he's got a spare opportunity here. Hit the head pin, it might go. Hit everything but the head pin. So another open box. And McAllister puts up a 9 for a 107 in the 9th box. Possible 120 with a spare. Ray seems very comfortable in this house. This is his home bowling center. Nice 1-3 pocket hit, but it was coming in from the left to right. So no strike on that. And he's left with a 5 and dime split. Wood over to the left. Just don't think it's material. Is he going to go for it? He is. It didn't work. I didn't think it would. All right, so they're still up there. He'll be open in box 10. See if he can get a 10 out of this. Hit that wood another time, and that does it. Game 2 in the books, 117 to 86. And in totals, which is what this is all about, after 2 games is 224 for McAllister and 165 for Wheeler. Wheeler's got a lot of work to do here. Hey, Mike Machichi and Dan Finn. Don Devish. Seeing some decent bowling here. All right, we're coming into string 3, the halfway point, or the middle game. It's not halfway until we're halfway through it, right? And Wheeler's coming in, looking at the need for a lot of pins on this game, or his season ends today. So box 1, game 3. Wheeler puts it on a head pin. He crossed in front of the head pin a little bit and came in on the left side. He's got the 5-7. A lot of wood down there. First 2 games he started with a 6, so he's already ahead of where he was. Now, I don't know if that wood's going to help or not. It's double wood in front of the object, but he's got to use it. He does. He gets a spare. That was a beautiful shot by Wheeler. I wasn't so sure that wood was going to help him at all, but it did. So Wheeler's starting off strong in game 3. Now he needs a bunch of spares and strikes and fills, and then he can catch up. But that's what it's going to take. Just off the pocket with 5 in a fill, 15 in the first box, and that's a Caleri right. We've been seeing that leave a lot. And that's the 1, 3, 1, 3, 6, 8, and 10. Wheeler's in there. Oh, geez, what a great bid on that. Put it right in the 1-3 pocket and left the 8. Larry Wentworth, good to see you. All right, waiting for the wood to settle down so you can get a 10 box out of here with just a single pin to shoot at. Wood's flattening out. That's not making it easy. All right, he's got to go for it, see what he can get. He's going to go to the right side of the wood, and the helicopter didn't catch it. So a 9 in box 2 puts him at 24 through 2. He's definitely picking it up here. All right, Wheeler, box 3, game 3. In the pocket, and look at that. That ball had strike written all over it. I don't know why it ended up being a split. That's a spread eagle minus the 3-pin. He did catch the 3-pin with the ball. And goes to the bunny hole. That's actually not a bunny hole. That's a whole freaking ocean. Yeah, field goal. And he cleans up nicely on that one with an 8 for 32 through 3. He's still over par. Johnny Ahern. All right, we have 2 more boxes in the first half of game 3 for Wheeler. He's at 32 through 3. He's down 59 pins in total right now. And that's the castle. He's got the 4, 5, 7, wood by the 5. Is he going to use that? He is. And it just takes out the 5. And 2 to go for a 10. And there's a 10 box. Good pinning here. 42 through 4. It's best half so far. All right. Okay, Nate's in box 5 of game 3. Again, puts it in the pocket on the left. Breaks up that split. All right, just a 10 pin. What's that wood going to do? Kind of wants it to get out of the way so you can shoot straight at the pin. And there you go. It's not too bad. Just right at the 10 in the face, and you got a spare. Oh, it just misses. Try to run the rail. And the ball took a little bit of a break to the left. That time it goes. So he picked it up in the 10th, their third ball for a 52 half. Yep, third ball always gets it. Very aggravating sometimes. All right, so McAllister comes up. He's leading in the completed games, 224 to 165 after 2 full games, and he's starting game 3. See if he can keep it going. And he misses a head pin that time. Hit the 3. And that left him a bunch. 5 pins down, 5 pins up. 1, 2, 7, 8, 10. A lot of wood in the mix. It's a head pin. Gets a 7 and the 8 to go, but not the 10. Hey, Wayne Bullock. All right, he's shooting at just a 10. And misses it for a 9 box. Starts off with a slight deficit in game 1. Game 3, I'm sorry. Again, we're all on paper here for scoring. All right, Ray box 2. That's in the pocket. And not the lead he wants to see. Not really a split, but may as well be. Okay, he's got favorable wood here. He's looking at the 4, 5, 7, 8. Triangle plus an extra pin. He's got a nice snowplow in the front of that. If he hits a red line, he's got a shot. Oh, he went to the left and it went anyway. Ray read that well. He spun that pin around, took a spare on that. Very respectable spare on game in box 2 of game 3. It puts him at 19 plus this ball. Ray in the left pocket drops 8, and that gives him the lead in completed boxes. 27 to 24 through 2 boxes. He has a 5-10 split. I don't think that wood's going to help. Well, what do I know? What do I know? I thought going for the wood would only take the 10. But he read it right. That's a spare in the 3rd. He got it. It worked. Nice shot by McAllister. And on the fill, another head pin. 6 in the fill. Another split. 2, 4, 7, and 6. Okay, good bid on that, but didn't carry. So through 3, Ray's at 43. So he's up 11 right now in completed boxes. He's got 2 to shoot at. Most of us are just going to try to pick 1 there. See what he can do with it. And he takes a 7 for a 9-box, 52 through 4. As you'll recall, Nate Wheeler closed 52 at 5 with his string, so Ray's in driver's seat again. And just off the head pin for another Cleary, this time on the left. He seems to like to do that. 1, 2, 4, 7, and 9 pins, no wood in between. Catches the head pin light, leaves 3 more, so puts him, needs another one to get to 60. And why not 3 more? Beautiful shot, 10 box in the 5th, and halfway through this match, we are at 62 to 52 in this game. McAllister leads Wheeler by 10. And overall, he leads 59 in the first 2 strings. Add 10, make that 69.
Yeah.
Do we agree on our scores here?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't think I was making mistakes.
I think you're good, yeah. Would you have the last one? 17, yeah. 117, yeah.
Okay. Starting the second half of this match, Wheeler comes in on a 3-pin, drops 6. He's left with a 4 horsemen left. And as you guys who do ACST bowling all know, this is a elimination round. So 1 bowler will move on and 1 bowler will be done for the season. But there's a lot of us that are done for the season, so there's no shame in that. Spare in the 6 for Wheeler. He needs these. That was a 4 horseman he took down with no wood. And looking for a good fill on this. He's on the head pin, and that's a good fill. That's an 8. Didn't get the strike out of it, but nothing wrong with that. That puts him at 70 through 6. Looking for another spare, and he's got it. 2 in a row for Wheeler. Now, the irony of this situation is those of you who worked with me at the desk before, when I'm doing one of these, I usually keep score in pen, which ends up being a mess for everybody to read afterwards. Today I brought a pencil and I haven't had to make a single correction. What do you know? So far. That's an idea. All right, that's a 6 fill. 86 through 7. And that was a head pin, and that's a funky split here. Kind of a Greek church looking like leave, but it's the 3, 7, 9, 10. So wood back there, if you can move it over, he does, but he missed the object, and the 7 went down slow. Veronica was saying I should be using erasable pen, which is not a bad idea. I do. I use pens for everything, except for some of my hobby stuff. To tell the truth, a lot of us in the financial industry don't like to use erasable pens. Is that erase? Oh, cool.
If
So,
you wanted to see if you like it.
oh no, I've used them before. I use these all the time. I used to be an engineer. We had fancy mechanical pens all the time. Now I just use these all the time.
Ever since like high school and like college, I have so many pencils that I still use.
Yeah, back in my engineering days, we did all of our drawing and drafting on pencil with paper and T-squares and all that stuff. So we got real picky about those. So Wheeler is open in box 9 here, and that was a head pin hit, and he has an 8 box. And Nate's at 103, first time over 100. Needs a big finish here. He can gather some, pick up some of that deficit if he can have a good couple of boxes here, just off the head pin. Not by much. Okay, that's a 1, 6, 7, 10 split. Waiting for that wood in the back. That could be helpful for him to pick up the 7 if it's lined up right. Okay. Now it's going back. So I'm thinking he wants to deflect the ball to the right of the head pin a little bit. Deflect the ball to the right, and that's where he's going. But he's full on the head pin, so he'll be open to box 10. But he's over 110 now. Closes out with a 9 for a 112 game for Nate Wheeler. And that gives him a 277 triple. Okay, so he'll still be underwater regardless of what Ray throws here. It's just a matter of how much. He's raised at 224 through 2, and he has a 62 half, so that puts him at 286 already. Question is, did Nate bring it closer or not? Ray on his first ball in box 6, solid on the head pin, breaks up the split, and he's left with a 3-6. Some tempting wood there, but I don't think it covers. He's going to touch it. No, he didn't touch it, but he gets a spare. Spare in the 6 for McAllister, 72 in a ball. And on the fill, just 2. 74 through 6. He's got the lead in the string right now by 2 pins, but he's up against a 16 box. And he picks up the other 2. And if anybody ever listens to what I always say anything symmetrical down there is probably bad, unless it's a single pin, and this is symmetrical, so can Ray pick it up? Oh, he does. What a beautiful shot. 84 through 7. Ray just picked up the 1, 4, 6, 7, 10 split without wood. That was a great shot. And he's down 2 pins and completed. But that was a big out for him. And Ray catches a head pin light on the right, takes down 4, has a cluster that's 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, all together down there except for the 10. Can he carry something over? Not enough. He missed the object. So an open box here. And takes a 9 box. So 93 through 8. And Wheeler's 2 pins ahead in this in completed boxes. He has a large deficit, but he's chipped away a little bit so far. 1 mark can change all of that. Question is whether or not Ray extends his lead here. In the pocket. And that's a 3-7-9 split. Wood between the 3 and the 9, but can we get something to carry to the 7? He's going for the 3. Does it. Gets a pin to carry over, and that's a spare in the 9th for McAllister. That puts him at 103 and a ball in the 9th box. So it looks like he will extend his lead a little bit, at least this time. And that ball goes wide and just takes out 4. 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's 4 in the fill. It's got the 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. And does not get a spare in this one. He's at 107 in the 9th and open in the 10th. Still 3 pins standing. Ray gets all of them for a 10 and 117. He extends his lead by 5 pins. 117 to 112 in the 3rd. Add this up here. And Ray put up a 341 triple to 277 for Wheeler. 2 games to go. Wheeler's got a lot of work to do here. He's down 64 pins. He's got to have 2 big wins here, and I've seen stranger things happen in this league. All right, starting game 4. Wheeler on the 3 pin drops 5. 4 horsemen left plus the 10 pin. Trying to catch up here. Catches a head pin light, and that and the 7 are all that go. So okay. Sorry, I'm showing that. I might have gone live here, and that's an 8 box for Wheeler, 15 through 2. Still looks good here. Hopefully I didn't lose it, but I got a message that the live stream was interrupted, but I'm good on the internet and I see it on the phone. So Wheeler bounces that one down for another 4 horsemen. Yep, and I see that showing up on the live feed. Catch it. Oh, he hit it nice, but the 7 pin didn't go down. So an open box in the 3rd for Nate. All right, just 1 pin to go. Try to get 10s and spares here, and that's a 9, 24 through 3. Okay, coming into box 4, Nate Wheeler is at 24 in the string, and he's down quite a bit in total. Trying to pick it up here, but he can't do it with open boxes, or Ray's going to walk away with the rest of it. All right, Wheeler taking his time to think about this. In the pocket, nice shot, but leaves a diamond. 4 pins together. Diamonds are not the bowler's best friends. That's a 2, 4, 5, 8. And goes wide of the object, so he'll be open in the 4th box. And he gets a 10. So that's a 34. Okay, good. I'm covering on there. All right, sorry. I'm just watching I'm watching the feed on the live channel on my phone. All right. Just a 10 goes on the first ball here. So he's got 9 to shoot at. It's got to throw a strike ball.
Nice ball.
All right, that is a great ball, but the 5 pin doesn't go, so he's open in the 5th. That wood's not going to connect. He's got the 5 pin standing alone with a couple pieces of wood in front of it. Should go if he catches the wood just right. And he does, and he gets a 10 box, so the pinning's decent. Notice the last 3. 44 through 5, and here comes Ray. coming down to the first half of the fourth game for Ray, and Ray's healthy in his lead so far. All right, all Ray needs to do is keep it going. He should walk away here. That first ball's on the 3 pin and takes out 5. So after the 1, 2, 4, 8, and 9, it's a makeable spare. Not the easiest. All right, that's usually what happens. He leaves the 9 pin. Came in perfectly on that. And gets a 10. Okay, Ray coming into box 2 of game 4. He's 10 after 1. And nice healthy hit in the pocket, and he almost left the same diamond that Nate was looking at, but the back pin went. So he has a triangle, the 2, 4, 5. Looking for the first spare in this game. And Ray goes wide of the object, so open in the second. Looking for another 10, shooting at the 2, 4. And he gets it. So 20 through 2. He's got an early 5-pin lead in this game. Okay. Box 3, Ray just misses a head pin to the left. This time it's not a Caleri, it's very similar though, the 4 horsemen plus the 7. So basically you have to shoot at the 4 horsemen and hope something gets to that 7 pin. That's what he's going to do. And everything but the 10. The 7 went down but the 10 didn't. Another open box, just a single pin to shoot at. And another 10. So far, Ray's taken down every pin in 3 balls. 3 10s in a row. 30 through 3. He's up 6 pins on the string. Box 4, game 4. Here comes Ray. Oh boy, just chipped one off. Just the 3 pin. Nobody wants to see that. Let's try to get out of this one. That was better. He put it on a 1, 3, 1, 2 pocket, but he's got that triangle plus 1, 5, 6, 8, 9. It's 5, 6, 9, 10, and he'll take the triangle for a 9. 39 through 4. No marks so far. All right, 5th box of 4th game. Ray way off, lemon drop on the right. Okay, throw a strike ball here, got a shot. And that time he went to the 2, so he's still got 2 and 2, 1, 3, 4, 7. So both bowlers open through 5 in game 4. And Ray puts up another 9, so he only left 2 pins standing. 48 half. 48 to 44 in the first half of game 4. And through 3 games, McAllister leads Wheeler 341 to 277, and he just added 4 to that. So second half, game 4, here comes Wheeler. And his first ball takes a break to the left, and he took out just 5. Interestingly, the 1, 3, 6, 7, 9 wood in the middle there. I don't know if it'll help or not, but it could. Catch that pin. He doesn't. He just goes wide of the head pin. So open again in the 6th. And that's an 8 box. Wheeler at 52 through 6. So far in his first 4 games, or 3 games, he threw a 79, an 86, and a 112. Joe Corbett, hello. Quincy Corrado and Pete Riscatelli. Box 7. And Ray's ball's drifting to the left again. When he left 4, the 1, 3, 5, 8. Gotta put it in a 1-3 pocket, I think. That's where he's going. Catches it and gets a spare. So the first spare of game 4 for both bowlers. That gives Wheeler a 62 plus a ball in the 7th box. Anthony's score so far is, through 3 games, 341 for McAllister, 277 for Wheeler in this string. They closed the first half. This is the 4th game. 48-44 in favor of McAllister. And Wheeler puts 7 on that spare, so he goes into the 7th box with 69. And he's got just the 1, 2, 10 to shoot at. Ball drifts to the left again, so open box here. And a 9 box, 78 through 8. So, as I've mentioned a few times, McAllister has a healthy lead right now. Wheeler's playing catch-up. He's a 78 through 8 in the 4th game, 8th box. First ball of the 9th box. That's in the pocket. And again, that triangle on the left. 2, 4, 5. Makeable spare. And that time the ball doesn't break to the left, so he leaves an open box in box 9. And that's an 8. So Nate through 9 boxes is at 86. Halfway through game 4, McAllister's at 48. Wheeler had a mark in the 7th. And now this is 10th box of game 4, trying to get up over 100 if you can. Missed the head pin, left the 4 horsemen right, 1, 3, 6, 10. And he'll be open in the 10th. Check out everything but the head pin. Head pin's the last pin standing. And he gets it. So 10 box in the 10th is Nate Wheeler, 96. All right, so through 4, Wheeler's at 373 by my count. Not the official score. I'm just here in the back making my own score sheet up. McAllister coming in for box 6 of game 4. He's at 48 through 5, hits the head pin, leaves a spread eagle minus. Hi, Sean Dion. Ray trying to spare that, but now he's got the banana split. 4, 2, and 2. 4, 6, 7, 10 split. Trying to get out of here with an 8. Gets the 8. Not enough to carry it to the other side, so an 8 box. And Ray's at 56 through 7. Or through 6, I'm sorry. Needs a spare to catch up right now. But he doesn't need a spare to close to win this string. Alright, that's a nice pocket shot. Takes out everything, but I can't see if there's 2 back there or 1. I think there's 2. We'll find out. There was 1. He gets a spare, matches Wheeler's spare in his 7th. He's a 66 plus a ball. Okay, and Ray McAllister on the fill in box 8. Oh, just 2. 68. That puts him down a pin in completed boxes. He's got a bunch to shoot at here. Double line plus a 10. And that one goes wide. So lost control of both of those, and he's a good third ball. And he gets out of it with a 10. That was a nice shot to clean that up. So we're knotted up in the 8th box of game 4. Both bowlers are 78. McAllister with a big advantage, though, in total. And that's what this is all about, is total score pinfall, not who wins what game. All right, Ray fixed that ball, put it on a head pin. Is left with a 5-8-10 split. He's got wood over by the 2. I don't know if that'll help or not. Let's see. He's going to play it. And it didn't. Didn't do him a lot of good. The ball's coming back. Is he going to tap that on the way by? Nope. There it goes. Back in the pit. Now we're looking at the 4 and the 10. He goes for the 10, takes the 9. And now he's up in this string with 87. Wheeler was at 86 in the 9th box. And Ray looking to close out game 4 and add to his lead. In the pocket, and an 8 drop, 5 in the 8 are left. And he misses a spare attempt. And he misses it twice, so Wheeler will win the game 4. 96 to 95. But all that does for him is add or reduce his deficit by 1 pin. So 4 games are in the books. It's 436 to 373 in favor of McAllister. This is Wheeler's last chances to advance to the next round. All the counts in these playoff matches is total pinfall. The winning bowler moves to the next round. The losing bowler is done with the season. Wheeler first ball in a 5th box, a 5th game, and that's not how he wants to start. He did hit the head pin. That's good, but it is a spread eagle. Nice bid on it. Tries to pick up the whole thing, but he got the 3 on the right. Can he get out of here with a 10? He takes a 9. Not too bad. Okay, good. Okay. Box 2, game 5. Wheeler with a 63 pin deficit, and on that ball he goes off to the left and leaves the line, the double line I call that. Got to hit that pocket, does not. Open box in the second. You're right, Dave. Ray is definitely on a roll today. Trying to get out of this, and that's a 6 box. All right, so Wheeler, as this match winds down, is at 15 through 2 in game 5. He's got to win by over 60 pins to come back and take total. So he needs a lot of marks here to do that, because McAllister's bowling a good ball today. Box 3 on the 3 pin. Is that back pin going to fall? No, just wobbles. So he got out of the pure half Worcester, but not a whole lot better. Does not hit the object, so another open box. Not Nate's day today. We all have good ones and bad ones. He's having a tough one today. Catches a head pin, and why not a 9 box out of that? 24 through 3 in game 5 for Nate Wheeler. All right, we're coming to box 4 of game 5. And Wheeler in the left pocket. We haven't seen we only seen one strike so far in this match, and that was McAllister on a spare. Wheeler has the 3, 5, 9, and 10, and that looked well hit, but no breaks. So 2 left, another open box. And that's an 8. 32. Through 4. All right, 6 boxes to go. Possibly for the season for Nate. As our number 7 seed in D South puts it again on the head pin and again with a split, but it's some late action. Is that going to break? Nope. Gets a little bit of luck on it. He's got the 410, bunch of wood down there. This is what I call a spray and pray situation. He doesn't have an open shot at that pin. He's pretty close. He's got to go to the left of the wood. See what he can do. He's going there, and he gets it. Beautiful shot, because he didn't use any of the wood that time. He kicked the 4 pin over to the 10, and he showed us what Nate Wheeler can do. Nate is not having the greatest day I've ever seen him have, but he's still got some great shots in there. All right, McAllister looking to close it out. All he has to do is stay within about 60 pins of Nate, and he's got the match. And he puts it on the head pin and gives himself a split. That's a bunch of 5 to the right plus a 7 pin. Wood in between and maybe pointing in the right direction, is it? Not quite. Plus the 9 pin didn't go out. So Ray put it about where he wanted to. Nico, good to see you. And he'll settle for a 9, matching the 9 Nate had in the first box. Ray can coast on this one. All right, box 2, game 5 for McAllister. On a head pin in the pocket, and we see that triangle again. The 2-5 or 2-4-5. Nobody's been able to mark that yet, and same thing that time. So still 3 pins up there. And Ray gets 2 of them for another 9 box. 18 through 2. He's up 3 in completed boxes in game 5. Coming into box 3 now. Ray opened up a huge lead in the first 2 games, and Nate's not been able to answer, though he won game 4 by a pin. Okay, Ray on a 3 pin. Took out just 3. Put it where he wanted it, but it's still the 4-7-10 split. And that's a 9 box. Another 9 for Ray, so we're doing our 9s tables today so far. That's 27 through 3. Box 4, game 5. McAllister off the head pin, gets a half Worcester plus a 5 pin. This will be a nice one if you can get it. And he goes wide to the right, takes off just a 6 pin. So there's still 6 pins up there, 4 down. He's got a lot of room though. And that time he caught just the head pin. That's a 5 box. And we are tied at 32 through 4 in game 5, and Wheeler had a spare in the 5th. All right, Wheeler goes over to the 6 pin, takes out that back triangle. He's left with a double row. That's very makeable if he puts it in the 1-3, 1-2 pocket this time, not the 1-3. The 1-3 generally won't take it. It's got to be in the 1-2. That's where he is, but just a bit full on the head pin, so no spare in the 5th for McAllister. He's got 4 more pins down there. And let's make that 3 more, so a 7 box in box 5, and Ray put up an uncharacteristically low half with a 39 through the 5th box. So Wheeler's got a 3-pin lead in this string plus this fill, but he's still got about 60 pins to go in 5 boxes. So he's got to put up a really, really big half here. So starting with this is a fill, and catches a head pin, and what about 9 in a fill? That was a nice ball. So halfway through game 5, 51-39 in favor of Wheeler. He just picked up 12 pins and does not get the spare that time. Really wanted that one. Just shoot at the 10 pin alone. And it'll still be a 9. And that puts Nate at 60 through 6. Running out of charge on my phone here, gang. But I'm not using the phone to broadcast, so that won't matter. Nate off the head pin. He's left with a 1-3-7-10 split. And misses a head pin. He needed to hit that to get this spare. So just 2 more are down. The 110, can he catch it? Gets the head pin for a 969 through 7. And he's down to his last 3 boxes. All right, Wheeler, box 8, game 5. In the pocket. A little full on the head pin gives him a split. And that's a 2-4-6-10. Tough one. And couldn't even get the 4 to go. He put a good bid on that one, but it just didn't carry. So that's a 7 box. Ball came out of the channel. 76 through 8 as this match winds down for Nate. Last 2 boxes, probably of the season for Wheeler. And his first ball is on the 2 pin and leaves him a Coleary right. Gonna try to pick it up, misses the head pin, takes out just the back pin. So open box in the 9th for Wheeler. And that's a 7 box. So Nate Wheeler's coming into his last box of the match with an 83 through 9. Really appreciate all the people who have been tuning in live. Hopefully we'll see a lot of people on a recording of this. It's a fun match to cover. Wheeler in his 10th box goes way wide of the head pin, takes out just the 4. He's going to need a mark to get to 100. And that won't do it. So he'll be open in box 10. And 5 pins up there. 1, 2, 5, 8, 9. And he gets another 7 box. So Nate Wheeler closes out with a 90 in game 5. And that will give him a 463 for the match. So through 4, McAllister's a 439. He had a 39 half. He's already won the match. Everything else here is just for honor and glory. So he missed the head pin that time. He's left with a 1-2-7. And a nice spare for McAllister. He's at 49 through 5 plus a fill ball. And he misses a pocket. Puts 7 on the fill. So 56 through 6, and he's got the high-low jack, 1-7-10. This is always pretty when it goes. He's got some wood in the mix, might help. And all he did is put the wood in the pit. So, still has a high-low jack. And we won't see what it looks like today. So 7 in the box, 63 through 7. Nate's actually ahead in the string right at the moment. All right, and McAllister on the 2 pin leaves 4. A little lambda down there. Looks like the Greek letter lambda. 1, 3, 6, 8, 9. And Ray's going to take the wood out instead of the pins on that ball. I think he forgot the object was to get the pins. And this time he takes 2 more down, so an 8 box, 71 through 8. He's down 5 in this game. Not enough for Nate to take total up. Even if he just threw away these 2 balls, these 2 boxes. All right, Ray in box 9 of game 5. Just misses a head pin, leaves a 4 horsemen left. 1, 2, 4, 7. You've heard me say that before. And somehow he got just the 1 and a 7. I'm not quite sure how that worked, but I've seen weirder things. And he'll take a 10 for an 81 through 9. And this is our last box of this playoff match. Round 1 of the D South Playoffs. Quarterfinals. 1 bowler advances, 1's done for the season. McAllister starts that box with a head pin hit and an 8 drop. He's got the 2-4. And he finishes with a spare, 91 plus a ball. He can get a 9 fill. He's got himself 100. Joe LeBlanc, about time you tuned in. Good to see you. All right, last ball of the match. McAllister puts it in the left pocket and takes out 4 in the fill. So game 5 is in the books. McAllister 95, Wheeler 90. And I'm adding up the totals right now. And it's official. Ray McAllister will advance in our playoff rounds with a 531 to 463 victory over Nate Wheeler. Nate's season is over. It's been a good run for him this season. And Ray will meet one of the winners of this round, but we don't know who because it gets reseeded. There'll be 4 bowlers in the next round, and we'll see. But Ray will be in it, and he was the 2nd seed in the playoff standings, so he should have home advantage. We'll see. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Again, Ray McAllister advances 531 to 463. And this is Dan Castle. We're announcing from Wakefield Bowladrome in Wakefield, Massachusetts. And this is the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour on the Candlepin Bowling Network. And thanks for joining us today. I'll see you on the lanes.
I didn't want to